In recent videos, I've talked about the overlap between gluten intolerance, gluten antibodies, you would know them as gliadin antibodies or tissue transglutaminase antibodies, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. The literature is pretty definitive at this point as we approach 2025 that Hashimoto's patients, that's where the immune system attacks the thyroid, seem to have quite a degree of overlap and provocation of their condition with the consumption of gluten. All of them? No. But enough for it to be clinically significant in the literature? Yes. With that being said, I'm talking a lot about how Hashimoto's can affect other organs of the body, particularly the brain. And whether it is Hashimoto's itself or a cross-reaction to gluten, we need to consider the cerebellum. When we have our brain, we have this structure at the base of the brain called the cerebellum. It's a very dense and compact structure. It looks small to you, but it actually has about as many neurons as the rest of the brain itself. There are two lobes to the cerebellum. There's a right and a left hemisphere, to be more specific, not lobe, but there are two hemispheres to the cerebellum. And the cerebellum has an outer structure of what are referred to basically as Purkinje cells. There are many nuances to this. And there are deep structures within the cerebellum involved in output of the cerebellum. Needless to say, research has shown that immunological reactions to gluten in some people, not all, some people can attack the cerebellar Purkinje cells through the concept of molecular mimicry. Please go back and watch my video on that. Nonetheless, there's an entity referred to as Hashimoto's encephalopathy. I probably need to do a long format version on this topic. It's not a super common condition, but it is a type of encephalopathy, or you may think of it as encephalitis, but really it's an encephalopathy where individuals can present sometimes with cognitive impairment, seizures, and or a cerebellar presentation where they have what we refer to as ataxia, a frank loss of ability to coordinate motions such as walking, and there can be other limb movements involved. So it's very interesting how these immunological disorders can overlap, and whether it is the thyroid antibodies attacking the cerebellum or other antibodies associated with the condition of Hashimoto's encephalopathy, that kind of remains to be elucidated, but I hope this was helpful. Dr. Randall Gates, board certified chiropractic neurologist and chiropractic physician from Gates Brain Health. Send me your questions, and I would love to hear more from you. Any other topics that you want me to discuss, I'm happy to go into in the coming videos. So thank you all. Have a lovely evening and talk to you soon.